Odessa peed on the cookie. This is a true story. Odessa peed on the cookie. I was like, how Odessa peed is it? Yeah, she did. We let it dry. So here I was like, nah. So I'm going around with them. They're trying to find a child to give it to in the neighborhood that we knew. Want a cookie? And then there's one guy, there's one boy, he took the cookie. He's like, yeah. And he wasn't thinking. He didn't know my brother and my cousin, man. He wasn't up on how sly and mischievous these guys could be. And so he said, yeah. And he took it. He's like, oh, he was eating it. He said, is it good? He's like, oh, yeah, it's good. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. They started busting out laughing, rolling, and bending over like that. And he was like, crumbs was going down his face. He was like looking at him like, what? Why y'all laughing? And he said, because Odessa peed on the cookie. That boy started spitting it out and stuff like that. And it was so funny, right? So, anyway, they had another one. They said, oh, like, we got another cookie. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Odessa. And Odessa's around our age too, right? So I'm like, what are you doing? That's going to pee on another cookie. So, okay. So we all, I think we were like, I was 7 years old. My brother was 9. My cousin, he was 8. And him and my brother used to hang. And my other cousin, he was 6. So, 6 years old. They went in the bathroom with Odessa. And we all went in the bathroom with Odessa. Odessa squatted over. Okay, Odessa, here's the cookie. Odessa squatted over the toilet and peed on the cookie. I'm like looking like, hey. But here's the crazy part about it. Odessa ain't squat like a girl. She just stood up close to the toilet and peed and did an arch pee from a coochie in the toilet and on the cookie. I was like, whoa. I thought only boys could do that. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. And she peed on the cookie, right? So like, yeah. So like, okay, shake it off, Odessa. We're gonna let this one dry. That's what they were doing. And they were wasting. They were doing that with the cookies just to see who would eat the cookies after the cookie dry up. With Odessa's pee on it. I'll tell you. The true story. So, boys, boy, we were mischievous. Boys are mischievous, boy, I tell you. Then we used to walk around the neighborhood like, we get our little girl, and I was always the youngest guy, one of the youngest guys in the bunch, right? And said, let's break off a twig and get a girlfriend. And, little kids, just playing. So we walk around, break off the twig like we smoking a cigarette and stuff, and I'm trying to mock them and act like, copy off them. So it's like, all right, this is my girlfriend, this is your girlfriend. And the girls, they play along with it. And they said, and I was like, I don't have a girlfriend. They said, okay, here, so-and-so will be your girlfriend. It was this girl. She was an Amazon. And I was like, because we were just doing play thing, right? Like we, just mocking grown-ups, right? So I was like, she's big though. Yeah, don't worry about it. So it was funny because we were awkward walking together, and they had the hand, around the arm, and just pretending stuff. And I'm up there with this big Amazon girl. Everybody had regular sized girlfriends, and I, play girlfriends, and I had the big Amazon girl, and I looked funny, Anyway, I just thought about that time now. I'm sure y'all got stories on stuff like back in the days and stuff. You used to like. One time my cousin, right, we used to like Yeah, you want to ride in the wagon? You know, put them in the wagon. And it'd be two or three of us behind that wagon, right? And we push that wagon real fast. And whoever ride in that wagon, and they couldn't control that wagon, we used to try and push them so fast that they would lose control and crash. we used to have rock fights. Seriously, we used to have rock fights. Boys, we get a team over on that side and a team on this side, and we would find an area where there were rocks. This is how crazy we were. And be throwing rocks at, it's all right. And we have one of the older boys like, you know, he'll blow a horn and stuff like, you know, a little fake horn through his hand and stuff like that. Like, all right, wartime. And we would be throwing rocks at each other. Man, if my mom ever knew, she never knew though. She never found out. We never found out. But one time, one of the boys on my team, man, he got hit in the head with a rock. You know, it was a rock with tar asphalt around it because they had just laid the new street. So there was big chunks of asphalt and rocks mixed together. He got busted right in the head, but not by the enemy. One of the guys on my side, on our side, he went back to throw the rock, and my boy went to turn around, and he went and then boom, bust him right in the head. He bust his own player in the head. This is the kind of stuff we used to do, you know. And we criticize these kids for sitting around in front of the TV all the time playing video games.